Now let's talk about form validation. Okay, form validation allows us to enter the required information that is needed from us. What is expected of us is what we should enter to reduce the stress on the server to now try to classify whatever you have inserted as a password or as a name or as a telephone number. You should be able to to put form validation in order to to prompt the visitor that this is not the information I really want from you. I want you to enter your name, and you are entering, let's say, a telephone number, because your name and telephone number wouldn't have the same format. Okay, so let me quickly do a validation for you to appreciate what I mean. All right, so this is what supposed to tell the visitor that some of the fields are required, they are necessary for you to continue. You make those ones mandatory, and some of the forms and some of the fields you make them voluntary. Okay, let's say you have signed up for an account and you want to log in. Definitely your password should be a necessity. You should enter it. Okay, otherwise you should not be allowed to enter your account, to open your account, even though you have subscribed to a particular service on a website. They will need you to enter your username and your password if indeed you are the person. If you enter username without entering the password, you'll be prompted that you should enter it because it is required of you. So this is what you do. The same action goes to example.com. You are still using your post, the get. We've treated label already, so username, we are labeling our user control. We did it in our previous lesson. Now it says required. This is what I want you to see. Required. Okay, so you indicate that this is a necessity, which is the username is what is required. Okay, you break the line here. After breaking the line, you come to password and you also write what required before you submit. If you are done filling both fields. Okay, so I've saved my file. Let me just refresh. And when I click on username and I don't write anything, let's say I decide not to write anything, I come to password, I decide not to write anything, I should be prompted by the browser, okay, that some of the fields are mandatory, others can be filled without validation. Okay, so that's basically what form validation is. We will definitely be accepting dates mostly on our forms. Sometimes we would like people to enter their date, so this is the code. So you can see our labeling. So this is departure time. You can even do, let's say, arrival time. It should be what depart. So let's say you are creating a website to accept or for people to clock in the time they came to work and the time they left. Okay, so you can do a simple form. When they come, they just write their name and they write their arrival time. When they are leaving, they write their name and then choose the departure, date or time, depending on whatever you want to do. Or you are doing a website for a flight booking company, okay, or an interview booking for a job, you can do this departure time, arrival time, just like when you go on these flight companies you see, or these airline companies. So Control S to save, and then let's now view whatever we've done. You can see it's asking us to choose the date, and this is a date picker. Okay, choose the month, choose the year. We can easily click on this one and then go through it, and there's a submit button for us to submit. Very, very nice. You can include this one in your form. Okay, departure time, arrival time. Okay, so that the client will also get to do whatever is asking you to create a website for. It is possible that someone would like to you would like to create an email list, okay? And in creating the email list, you would like the person to also what, enter his or her email, right? So in case you want someone to enter his or her email as part of filling the form, because most forms they ask for your email to be able to create an email list to be sending you update and then these notifications and what have you. So you can use this particular code here to accept what people's what email. The type should be, the input type is email, the name, the server should recognize it as what, as my email, whatever I type inside, and then a submit button. Okay, let me just save, Control S, let me view and see how my email will be collected. Okay, so please enter your email address. So you enter your email address, okay, and then you click on what, on the submit. Okay, to submit it, it is still going to this action. You may also want to accept URLs, okay, which is uniform resource locator. We explained URL, which is an external website you want to cite, or an external document elsewhere you would like to cite. So you may want to what, put in that link, okay. You may want to put that link on your website so that it can refer people to the destination you want them to go. Okay, now this is what you are going to do. You can see the type is URL. It just follows the same pattern just like this, okay, but the name is website. You want the server to recognize it as a website, because indeed URLs are website or website addresses or document addresses on the internet, okay. You don't want it to go as what, as an email, because it's not an email, it's a URL. You want it to go as such, okay. So let me save my validation work. Let me save it. Let me try and enter a different thing other than a URL. Enter your website. Let me just type 1 2 3. When I submit, it should give me an error. You see, it says please enter. This is what we were referring to as form validation. It is telling you they want a URL and not what, just numbers. Let me type my name instead of a website. Let me just type my name. It is still telling me enter. Okay, it says please enter a URL. So this form validation, it is actually telling you what they need, okay, what they need you to enter. You may also want to create a very short form for, let's say, searches, okay, a very short form for searches. You want them to search for any information on a particular database or on your website's database. You can just follow this code, form action to the same website, search is the name. So it will create a one line, okay, a one line text box for you to be able to search for any information, any keyword you want on the website. Okay, so you see search will be displayed. The type is search and the name is search. We are not using username, we are not using password, we are not using a website, we are not using email, we are not using image or anything, okay. And the type, this one is submit, and the form was ended. Let me just save, refresh. Let me refresh it and scroll down so you can see the search. Mostly these ones are at the top, okay, the top of the pages. We'll go through the meta information properly, so you get whatever we are discussing in our project, okay. So it is a search information, and you see the button, the search button here. So you can type, let's say, Sewuni. So you go into the database of, let's say, this website and look for Sewuni information for you. All right.